let's go, let's go.
With teasing already beginning for Fiesta Texas' newest attraction for 2024, it's no surprise that lots of predictions and rumors are spreading around as to what the new ride is. Especially with the really confusing situation Six Flags currently is in, the new attraction for Fiesta Texas can literally be anything. But currently, one rumor specifically is sticking out among the rest, because it's absolutely wild. And essentially, here's the rumor. The new attraction for Fiesta Texas in 2024 will be a hand-me-down from Over Texas. More specifically, Harley Quinn's Pinsanity, the very problematic tourbillon attraction that's currently standing but not operating. I wish I was kidding, but there's still more. Batman the Ride, the first ever SNS free spin at Fiesta Texas, will be leaving the park and getting sent over to Frontier City for a brand new coaster next year. Essentially one wild trade. And this rumor essentially came out of nowhere, with it spreading like a wildfire all throughout social media. So the real question is this rumor true? Can it be confirmed? And if it is true, what's going to be the impact? Well, in today's video, we're going to discuss exactly that, and break down this rumor, confirming its validity or likeliness of happening, as well as sharing my thoughts if this rumor were to happen in real life. But before we go into the breakdown, if you're new here, welcome to the channel for all those thrill seekers. On JB Thrills, we make all sorts of content related to theme parks and thrill rides. No matter where they're located or what type of attraction, if you're a thrill seeker, this is the channel for you. And specifically for those Texas coaster enthusiasts, this is your source for all Texas theme park news. So if you're interested, be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell to know when new videos come on my channel, and help me out with that road to 5K. Anyways, let's get into today's video. So yeah, this theory is insane, and I really thought it was an April Fool's joke. But no, a lot of people are talking about it like it's true. But first things first, I want to give a mega disclaimer that this rumor is just a rumor. So before you go typing in the comments that we're spreading false information, don't worry, we're not. We're only exploring if this rumor is valid or not, and giving a lot of hypotheticals as well as speculation. There is no official news anywhere that proves that this theory is true. But of course, we're gonna deep dive it and explore where in the world this theory came from and discuss it further. So starting from the very beginning, where did this theory come from? It's so specific yet so random, and I'm not gonna lie, there's no clear answer to where the theory came from. As to where I personally found the theory, it was in the SFOT Junkies Facebook group, and randomly I see an announcement that talks about this crazy news, which I previously saw in a comment on the latest video I made talking about the new attraction for Fiesta Texas in 2024. Soon afterwards, I saw way more people talking about it, and now we're here. So what exactly is going on? Well, after investigating everywhere, I did find some similarities as to where the origin of this announcement came from. And apparently some inside sources from Fiesta Texas, aka employees or people who work in the higher up, leaked this information out, leading to this wild theory. Now of course, you can take that with a grain of salt, because everyone always says inside sources, and sometimes it's not true. Anyone could have made this wild rumor, and people are just freaking out because it's a wild rumor. Jeffrey Seibert hasn't said anything publicly, nor Six Flags. So when it comes to proving this is actually happening, there is no evidence suggesting anything. So therefore, it's not gonna happen, right? Well, not exactly. You see, no one said yes or no. And here's where it gets very interesting, meaning this theory and rumor could actually be true. Originally, when I was breaking down the teasers, I had no knowledge about Harley Quinn coming over, or Batman the Ride leaving. I was only basing a prediction off of a possible ride removal to bring a new ride. And my final guess was Pandemonium for two reasons. The teaser referenced a ride that was spinning, and a ride that everyone knew. Now this does seem like Pandemonium, and for reasons explained in my past video, it was highly likely. But if you plug in the answer that Batman the Ride is actually the one that's leaving, and try to connect the teaser to it, it actually makes a lot of sense. And in fact, Jeffrey Seibert is teasing the removal of Batman the Ride. How? Well, let's look at the teaser one more time. In a land of wonder where dreams take flight. This is obviously Fiesta Texas. There was a ride, a Beacon of Delight. This is an attraction that impacts the skyline of Fiesta Texas. That's why it's called a beacon. Continuing on, its name whispered among young and old, and while previously I thought this meant a family coaster, but if you think about Batman the Ride, and it being the first SNS free spin, it's talked about the coach enthusiasts that are older, but also ones that are growing up to ride bigger attractions, hence the young and the old. A tale of adventure, a story yet untold. Batman is an adventurous story, so of course it makes sense. Its wheels spun fast, its gears did turn. S&S free spins have wheels to guide the coaster on the track, and gears that flip the seats. As it bid farewell, its heart did yearn, basically saying the coaster's gonna leave, and it's gonna leave an empty hole right in the middle of the park. From a bustling park to a brand new place. Let me guess, Fiesta Texas is the bustling park, and the brand new place is Frontier City, a land unseen, a different embrace, basically showing the difference of an S&S going to Oklahoma versus existing in Texas. So Oklahoma, this is a very big coaster and very special. In Texas, we're so used to bigger attractions, this really means nothing to us. Therefore, it's a different embrace. Its structure dismantled piece by piece, obviously meaning this ride is going to be dismantled and put into a storage so it can be sent over to Frontier City. To find a new home, a sense of release. This I actually clearly missed, and it blatantly states that this attraction is going somewhere else, finding a new home. Why would Pandemonium get switched over to another park when it's a very dated attraction and you can definitely get better spinning coasters? But then we have this rumor that clearly states that the S&S free spin is gonna go to Frontier City. And finally, the new teaser from last night. Now children gather, their laughter rings, as the ride soars high, with joy it sings. In its new location, it thrills and excites, spinning tales of adventure, reaching new heights. Now this could mean two things. They could still be referring to Batman the Ride, and how in Frontier City, this is a new height for them. Frontier City is a very small park, and they haven't got a big addition in a while. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure an S&S free spin in the park would make that S&S free spin the tallest coaster in Frontier City. Possibly the tallest in Oklahoma, which is a very big deal. And of course, spinning Tales of Adventure, the S&S free spin spinning and flipping. But there's also a second meaning, which has to do with Harley Quinn from over Texas, coming over to Fiesta Texas. The ride actually lifts up into the air, hence why it says the ride soars high, and then referring to its new location means a new spot for Harley Quinn. And of course, spinning Tales of Adventure reaching new heights refers to Harley Quinn being a very unique attraction and spinning high in the air. Of course, double meaning, and it could go either way, but it's really obvious that these teasers connect really well with this rumor, and it couldn't be just a coincidence, meaning this rumor could actually be very true and very close to actually happening.
No. Wait.
This rumor has no basis at all. The teasers suspiciously connect with this, and it kinda worries me that this actually might happen. Plus, to add one more nail to the coffin, Frontier City is getting some work done to Nightmare Mine, an abandoned coaster that's been sitting but not operating for a very long time and has lots of space. Previously, I predicted a single rail coaster to go there, or something big. But let's say they were to scrap the entire building, and S&S free spin actually fits there perfectly. And with them working on it, it might not be a refurbishment, it might be making way for this S&S free spin. But again, it's just speculation. Anyways, with all this out of the way, if it were to happen, what does it mean? Well, there are some pros, but also some cons. One pro is that Frontier City is getting a brand new roller coaster, which they desperately need, and an S&S free spin is a great way to start, because it's something Oklahoma does not have, and it's very unique to the state. While sure, they could have done way better roller coasters than just an S&S free spin, it's at least positive that Six Flags is thinking about Frontier City, and they're not shutting them away, because that park is extremely underrated, not to mention it has so much potential. But that's just about the only pro I can give, because really, this isn't that good, and could be very negative for Fiesta Texas, and also bring some uncertainty for Over Texas. For Fiesta Texas, if it's true they're actually going to get Harley Quinn as a replacement, the trade is super unfair. You're giving away a perfectly functional roller coaster that's actually a great ride in the park, and it's one of my personal favorite free spins I've done, because for some reason it flips more and it's more smooth compared to the newer models like Joke Ride Over Texas. Plus, it's an icon for Fiesta Texas, since it was the world's first S&S free spin, and you're giving it up for absolutely no reason. And worse, in its spot you're getting Harley Quinn, which has major technical issues. I mean, in Over Texas, it was a rare credit basically. And while Harley Quinn still remains to be my favorite flat ride I've done, it's not worth keeping it open, because it'll be a mess. Plus, let's say they did give the A-OK for Harley Quinn, and there was going to be no technical issues for the ride, then how come it's not operating at Over Texas? Why are you getting rid of a perfectly good attraction if it's actually okay? It doesn't make sense. If anything, here's a personal idea of mine that would work way smoother than what's currently going on right now, if it's going on. Why not get rid of Harley Quinn and the Joker at Over Texas, and give those two attractions to Frontier City. 2 new attractions for a small theme park, that's amazing. And for Fiesta Texas, give them any other flat ride that's way better than Harley Quinn. Then, in the spot of Joker and Harley Quinn at Over Texas, you have lots of room to install a brand new coaster for the park in 2024, which is also what the park desperately needs, since Over Texas has been extremely neglected over the years, and Aquaman's delay did not help at all. The attraction is good, but we need a really big coaster, and one that's not just a regular clone, or a basic coaster. They could have put in a single rail, a launch coaster, literally anything, because there's so much space there with Harley Quinn and Joker gone. But no, they're only going to take Harley Quinn out, leave a little bit of space, keep the Joker for some reason when we really don't need it, when also Joker has some technical issues of its own, and it's rarely open, because just a gust of wind makes the ride close down. And yeah, it's a mess. Plus, I'm really surprised Fiesta Texas would actually accept Harley Quinn coming to the park, because they should know how much of a disaster that ride is. So truthfully, I have no idea why they're doing this, if it's true, and it's why I have some high doubts about this rumor, because it just doesn't make any sense. The only valid thing about this entire rumor is Frontier City getting a free spin, because that actually makes sense. So in result, we have some final questions to solve. First off, what's replacing Harley Quinn at Over Texas? Second, if Harley Quinn's coming to Fiesta Texas, where is it going to be located? Because replacing Batman the Ride with just a little tiny ride also does not make sense. And finally, does this mean that the ride rotation program is returning to Six Flags? And for those who don't know, to quickly summarize, in the past, Six Flags had some weird policy where essentially a new ride would come to a new Six Flags park that would be given as a hand-me-down from a different Six Flags park and would stay there for a bit before transferring again and again. Kinda like renting a coaster for a few years. And this backfired big time because when Six Flags noticed that all the shipping and handling actually damaged all the rides, putting them in a way worse state than they started, they said, you know what, let's not do this anymore. It was a bad idea. But clearly what's going on right now is very similar and is giving lots of deja vu to the ride rotation program. And if this is going on with just these 3 parks, I wonder if the bigger parks like Magic Mountain or Great Adventure will start to do the same. Regardless, we can conclude with this. The rumor is not true. There is no basis, no evidence, no nothing. And sure, it does have some connections to the teasers, and it's very likely it's still not a fact, and we'll just have to wait for the FT92 fan event to find out. In the meantime, what do you think? Is this rumor very plausible? And if so, do you think it's a good idea? Comment down below. Anyways, thank you for watching, and if you want to stay updated on this whole news about Fiesta Texas, Over Texas, and Frontier City, be sure to subscribe. This is JB Thrills, signing out.